Nice little keeper flounder. Fishing white gulp here on a jig head. Just standard white gulp on the bottom. How do you hit it, Mark? Slow, fast, light pickup?
Jigging it off the rocks, and I felt a little tiny bump. And as soon as I felt that bump, I let that jig head just drop, and that's when the flounder took it.
Good
a lot
deal.
of times those flounder won't aggressively hit it all the time, so you'll feel like a little tap tap, and then you want it to actually physically eat it, and that's how I got that hook in there.
Yep.
If I just pulled it, it would have just taken the tail.
Yep. Good job, Mark. Tailing redfish right there in front of us. There's another one behind him where Mark just cast to. Two tailing redfish right up on the shoreline. That is a bruiser of a redfish. Holy moly.
Back on the net here, we got Mal with his that's thinking about maybe giving up the ghost here for us.
Oh, give it up, baby, give it up.
Oh, he saw the net.
He saw it. Turn him around. Do-si-do, and there you go. In the net you go, Bubba.
Fish on the boat.
Woo! Let's take a look inside. Did he just eat your bait? Ooh, it's way down in there.
That might be salvageable.
Maybe. He's hooked pretty good in the gills.
That's a great big old trout.
Look at that, beautiful. First cast on the shallow water diving bait. Shallow water crankbait.
It's a 7-pound trout, dude. Oh, I'm gonna give him a little rinse here.
Give him a wash down. Ladies and gentlemen, Boga Grips, again, one of the best products on the market. Firm believer.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Looks good, Jordan.
That's taping out at what, 28?
28. Dude, unfortunately, this trout's hooked a little deep. You think you can save her?
I don't know, we'll try. If I can get it out of there, I'll let her go for sure.
Let's see if we can get it out. Yeah, revive her real quick before you start messing. Give her a little revive.
Yeah.
All right, worked on this trout for a second. Oh, she looks like she'll make it. She wasn't bleeding as bad as we thought she was. She only had one hook and a gill. So I think we're gonna give her a second and see if we can release this beautiful trout.
Kind of giving her the figure 8 treatment here.
Yep. Nice thing about these Boga Grip guys, you don't have to handle the fish a whole lot. You don't have to put your hands on them a lot, and you don't take all their slime off.
She's just laying in my hands right now.
She's let her breathe for a second. There she goes. Good job, Jordan.
Right on, man.
Good job, Bubba.
Makes you feel good.
When you get it going a little faster, it actually dives under the water about 6 inches to a foot. They do.
You can fish these over lots of different kinds of cover because it floats back to the surface so quick.
Yeah.
You can be up in a foot of water throwing this, and we've caught trout, redfish.
Yeah. What we have here, guys, is a little double treble hook crankbait. Nice dark back, white sides. So as that bait comes back and forth in the water on its wiggle, it's got a nice bright contrast. It's got a little shimmer to it, which also helps. And that little clear bill in the front that helps dive that bait down as you pull on it. We like running split rings on these. We do not like running the line straight to the bait. What ends up happening without a split ring, you end up losing a lot of that action. So that right there just makes it swing real freely. These work. We've caught redfish. As you can see, we just caught a nice big trout on it. Great little bait here. All right, guys, we run a monofilament leader, uni to uni knot to braided line, and we have about maybe 18 inches, 2 feet of monofilament. This is 20 pound. We either run 20, 25. Sometimes if they're big redfish around, we'll run 30 pound monofilament, and then we're tying just a simple clinch knot straight to that loop. And that loop, that split ring, helps keep these baits wiggling real freely. It gives them a lot of life, a lot of action. The other thing you can do with these baits is when you're fishing them, they fish a lot of different kinds of cover well. If there's tall grass, say in 3 feet of water, maybe you got 1.5 feet of grass, if you don't work it too fast, it won't dive too deep. And you work it down a little bit and let it come up to the top, work it down a little bit, let it come up to the top, and that wiggling action, and there's a rattle inside there if I stop those hooks. And that rattle rattles really well. You can actually feel it in the rod as you're pulling that bait in. These work really, really good. All you really need to do, throw them out, cast them out, kind of keep your rod pointed at the bait and reel. As you vary your reel speed, it'll come down and up. If you want to pop it, what it'll do is just give it a little dunk dunk as it comes down. You're gonna pop the rod, let it come back up to the surface, reel a little more, pop. So basic action. And if you want to just reel, you can cast, keep the rod pointed at the bait, and just reel. And all you do is vary the speed at which you reel it in, and that'll control the depth at which it's diving to. Really good quality bait right here. This is an H2O Express. It's an in-house Academy brand. Good little bait.